Thank you for joining us at Between the Chalk Lines every week, all baseball talk, all the time. This week we have a 2023 draft pick from the Texas Rangers, the champions themselves. Kamdyn Perry, right-handed pitcher out of Gorman Bishop High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you, Kamdyn, for joining us here on Between the Chalk Lines. It's always great to have players or, uh, you know, future players and former players joining us here. And I just want to pick your brain. So thank you for joining.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So if anybody knows your story or if they don't know your story, you were a very late pick. You were a 17th rounder, 501st overall in
Yep.
2023 by the Texas Rangers. And I just wanted to start off. Where was your mind, like that on draft day and the draft days? After you saw 300, 400, and 500 go by, and your name hadn't been called yet, and you hadn't gotten a call or text, I assume, by the team. If I'm wrong, let me know. I mean, if they had already told you, we're going to pick you at 501, did they? Did Texas let you know beforehand,
Well,
or?
basically, it was so with drafts, you're kind of told a bunch of things. I was told I was gonna, for sure, it wasn't gonna be the first day, unless something came up. But I was told most likely second day, early second day, which for me, I was told about sixth round. But what I also was told by my agent and everyone else is you never really know what you're going to get when it comes to the draft. They could tell you, second round, third round, and you could be not picked till sixth or seventh, eighth, or whatever it is. So you kind of have to take everything with a grain of salt, which I did. So I wasn't expecting anything crazy on the second day. Kind of just waited for a call. Couple things went by, just nothing really happened. And then third day came around. I was more looking at how I wanted to come about with college, now that the third day was coming around. So I was really looking
Okay.
not really looking at the draft anymore. So it was, really late round. So I was really just looking kind of my mindset was okay, looks like I'm going to college. And I was okay with both, whether it was draft or college. So it was really it was kind of a surprise for me that I was kind of picked so late, but more now it's kind of like it's not I do wish I was picked earlier, and I think I do believe I should have been picked earlier, but now for me it's kind of just I get to go out there and prove to everyone that, I should have been a first day or second day guy. And it's kind of just me going out there trying to prove myself, trying to make a name for myself.
Yeah, definitely no. I mean, if you're picked that late in the draft, I think you would definitely have maybe a chip on your shoulder that like you want to prove to the
Oh yeah.
Rangers that you have it to have been a fifth or whatever rounder that was on day one or day two, and
Yeah.
not day three.
Yeah.
So you said that college was on your mind. You were already a St. Mary's commit in
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
And I know that Bishop Gorman have had some good prospect or out of products. Obviously, they had Joey Gallo went to Bishop.
Yeah.
Recent Yankees call up catcher Austin Wells was a
Yeah.
product, and actually a 2022 first rounder for the Phillies.
Yeah. Crawford.
Phillips was actually out of Bishop Gorman, and then if you go to Mary's, you're looking at Corbin Wells, or sorry, Corbin Burns, sorry, Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it looks like you had a path to go to schools that obviously had a name in the game that would put you on the radar.
Yeah.
Was that something that you and your family looked at beforehand? Uh,
Um, yeah, I was definitely there. It was kind of, it's Bishop Gorman. Everyone we're known for football. We're known for sports, but mainly like football. But we're going there, and we've known names that come out of there for both, or not both, but all sports. So I was going there for high school to really, help, really just get my name out there. And I knew when I was going into high school, it was either going to be Bishop Gorman. I was known for Desert Oasis, but I was either going to go Bishop Gorman or Liberty High School. I did a practice with them like before, and
Okay.
really, for me, it was, if you're given the opportunity to go to a school like Bishop Gorman, then for me, it's just a no doubt you need to take that. And so I was going in
Yeah,
there really
definitely.
not expecting too much. Like I wasn't expecting to be on varsity my freshman year, but my dad, he kept, he get on me. He's like, I think you can do it, blah blah. But we got there, and it comes to come, I get a call up to be on varsity for a couple practices. The next thing you know, I'm there for the spring team, and so you really, as you're there, you realize more the names that come out there, because I mean they got them posted everywhere in
Oh
the
yeah,
gym.
I
So
bet.
so so there you really, it's a great school for athletics, academics as well. But and going to St. Mary's, if I were to go there, really great for academics. And there's been a couple names that come out of there. So my family, they've come around with they're pretty, my parents are pretty smart with where I go, where they put me around. So I was
Mm,
blessed to have family to be able to know and understand where I need to be.
that's great. Yeah, I always say family first. If you have a great support system like that, that's even better for an athlete, I think. Um, so obviously, you know that Bishop Gorman is a powerhouse in sports in the state of Nevada. St. Mary's, you know, great for athletics and academia in California.
Yeah.
Um, but St. Mary's is now out of the picture, and you are with the Texas Rangers. You just got back from a mini camp, you were telling me.
Yep.
Uh, can you tell the fans and listeners what is a mini camp and what exactly happened there? Because I saw that you went in with 3 pitches and came back with four. Now,
Yeah, so it was, so it's kind of just like, it's more of a checkup kind of for your off season. They kind of pick a group of guys, bring them out for a week. So you throw a couple bullpens. You do your workouts, you do your cardio or whatever they have you do. So it's really just more of a checkup. But when I got there, I've always struggled my changeup. I've been right now. I'm basically two seam fastball, which is my main. I throw a little four seam, but I'm
okay,
two seam, curveball, slider, and then I've kind of threw a changeup. It's just never really been great. But I got there, and it was like Sunday, and I was just playing catch with one of my roommates because he hadn't played catch, and he gave me
okay,
just a little. I told him, I was like, how you throw your changeup? He's showing me. He's telling me, he's like, just what you want to think about for you, because I throw a circle change,
okay.
is getting your ring finger and just really switching it with
All
your
right.
pointer finger.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you throw and you're just switching it. And so that kind of clicked in my head, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I did it once, and next thing you know, my changeup's one of the dirtiest changes I've ever seen me throw personally. So I've been throwing that a lot in my bullpens, and it's looking really good right now. So yeah, it was I mean, I was throwing in bullpens too at the mini camp, and my coaches said they loved it. And yeah, so it was a good week there. I got a lot bigger, is what they told me. Stuff looked really good. My command, surprisingly, for not even being on the, I haven't been on the. That was my first time throwing bullpens. Actually, was that week, and my command was pretty good for not being on the mound throwing bullpens for a while. So I mean, everything was pretty good. But basically, it's just a nice checkup on you, to see how you're off.
I see. Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to be watching, how you do in the future. It sounds like you have 4, possibly 5 pitches now with the 2 and 4 seam fastball.
Yeah.
on top of your breaking pitches. Um, it's funny. I've talked to another pitcher on here, and he's said that it was a high school friend of his that taught him how to pitch uh, or throw his slider.
Oh yeah.
He has a weird breaking because of his fingers are long. He's a tall guy,
Mhm.
6'6" guy. He's like, I can't throw the slider the right way, and the guy the way that most people do. And he just said, I need to do a spike slider, just put the fingertip on the
Yeah.
baseball. So
Yeah.
it's weird where you pick up little tips and tricks.
Oh yeah.
You never know
Yeah.
where it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So going to this minor league camp, doing this checkup, sounds like it's been a great learning lesson for you.
Oh yeah.
In
Yeah.
that,
I was came back with a somehow came back with a really good changeup, which is exactly what I need. So I've been looking for that pitch, and it's being very helpful right now.
great. So was there ever? Because you told me in the beginning here, you thought about St. Mary's when you weren't getting a call after day two. Um, Was there ever a thought that maybe you would forego this draft and go to college to try and get your stock higher and
Yeah.
stay around draft?
Yeah, so what happened was it was kind of third day, it was third day. I got a call from two other teams before. I denied them because it was just really late, and it was kind of um, the Rangers called me, and when they called me, it kind of just seemed right to be with the Rangers, other than the other two teams, and so I accepted it. And it was kind of me going back and forth. I was talking to a lot of people. A lot of people saying, "Dude, you're good enough. Go pro,"
Yeah,
or "Dude, look, like your draft stock, you're amazing right now. Imagine where you're going to be in 3 years. You're going to get all that money, which a lot of money sounds amazing, but for me, it was just getting in that process as early as you can to be around all the right guys because in 3 years you have no idea where you're going to be. You could go to
no,
college, you can get injured, and next thing you know, you just have the worst fallout ever. You have no idea, or you can go to college and you be the best player ever. You have no idea. It's kind of just what happens, and what I think God has planned for you. And so I just saw it as I would like to get myself into the organization as fast as I can. And I got blessed to be drafted to the Rangers. And so I took that, and I just take it, I do what I need to do. I get my work done. Um, and if knock on wood, get injured, everything's paid for, so it's not, it's when they sign you, it's like, you kind of become their child. They got to take care of you. They pay for injuries or whatever happens. So being in that process where if something does happen, if they have your back, they're going to be there for your rehab, for your surgery or
mm,
whatever. And if you're not injured, obviously they're going to have your back. They're giving you what you need to do to get better, to gain velo, better
yeah,
command, go longer in games, just whatever you need. They have that personal plan for you. So just being in that process right away just seemed more fit for me.
definitely. Well, knock on wood, nothing happens to your arm or anything else on your body,
Yeah.
and you stay healthy, Camden. So I know that your velo, you spoke about velo here. You're sitting about 91, 92 on the fastball.
I'm probably sitting about, I say if I were in game, I think last year I was probably sitting about 93, 94
93,
maybe.
93, 94. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're obviously looking to up that. To,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I topped last year, I topped 95, 96. So if I'm able to hold 95 this year, that'd be perfect. That'd be beautiful.
yeah, great. Yeah. So you said that the Texas Rangers felt like they were the team to fit
Yeah.
you and your family. So what was it about the Rangers that clicked with you? Um, over the other two teams?
It was kind of I had a talk with my dad before, and he's like, kind of. It was also what also help me go take the draft or whatever.
Mm,
And so he's kind of just telling me he's like, honestly, just go, with your gut. And so what my gut was telling me was, okay, I need to go take the Texas Rangers offer and go with them. So it wasn't really anything that was, put out there for me. It was kind of just a gut feeling that I had, and so far it's working out amazing. And to be lucky enough to get drafted to a team that wins the World Series, it's
mm,
just I put myself with that gut feeling in a really good spot because I'm in a team where I know is going to help me get better. I mean, they just won a World Series, so obviously they're doing something right with their prospects.
definitely, yeah. They have done very well with some of their prospects and trades and all of that. The Rangers seemed to do everything right last year. Um,
Yeah.
hopefully that your pick is one of those things that comes out to be right. And you get to the meters. So once you got that contract and you signed on the dotted line, you're officially a pro baseball player. Did the spotlight hit you a lot more than say when you were in high school? Uh,
Um,
tension and all that.
yeah, it was kind of, I was getting a lot of like, I mean, I posted on like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook or everything, saying got drafted, put a picture or whatever.
Mm,
So there was a lot of likes, a lot of, congratulations, obviously. But it was more, it was kind of there was like a 2 week period where I was like really like over, like I had too much of myself. So I was
mm,
getting like too confident with things, and so after that 2 week period, it was kind of like, okay, like it's settled in, like, I get it. I'm a pro player now. Like now I just gotta I gotta live my life like, it's regular now. So there's like a little period where, which everyone needs this period because you work so hard. So you deserve to have a period of just, you're just too confident about things. So it takes a little time to get used to it. So it was just a little surreal for a little bit, but
I
after
bet.
it kicks in for a while, it's just okay, now this is my job. Now I really need to, like, I'm here now. So now I really need to take everything to the next level with my training, working out, and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, and speaking of training, I usually ask a lot of athletes, the players that I talk to, what is it that drives you to get up in the morning and go to the gym, go to your trainer, do all the workouts, do all the lifting, all that stuff, and keep yourself in shape and get even better than where you were the day before? What is it drives you?
for me, it's just always been kind of second nature. I've always just enjoyed doing it. There's times where it's like you're tired, you don't want to get out of bed, but it's like once you get there, you really just enjoy doing it. So it's not really anything that drives me. It's just really I just enjoy going to get better. I enjoy throwing a baseball. I enjoy doing lifts. I won't say I don't enjoy the running or anything. I don't enjoy that at all. But going to work out and stuff, I do enjoy that. But you do sadly have to run a lot, get some cardio in because you gotta go 9 innings or whatever it is, 7, 8, 9 innings. So you do gotta get that in. That I don't enjoy, but I still get it done. Um, but yeah, it's really just for me. It's just second nature. Just the it's just for the love.
Hmm. Definitely. Well, there's always something that we don't enjoy, and let me tell you, I don't enjoy running either. So we're
Yeah,
in the same boat.
it's not too fun.
No, no. Well, you don't know what's coming your way in spring training in a few weeks. But afterwards, there is the possibility of Arizona Complex League. That's a few weeks in your rookie league, basically,
Hmm.
or joining low A. I believe the Wood Ducks for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Um, Are you looking forward to possibly doing Rookie League and possibly even getting into an affiliate with Single A?
Oh yeah, of course. Right now I'm kind of just looking forward to get some innings. I got there last year. They shut me down. Me and there's two high school pitchers that got drafted to the Rangers. We got there and they kind of just shut us down. Took us a little slow because we're younger, so we got some time. So we didn't get me and him didn't get innings last year, but I know for a fact both me and him are really looking forward just to get some innings. So, however we do, if we get moved up to low A or even high A this year, I mean, just getting some innings would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know you're a young drafted. You weren't even 18 when you were drafted.
Yeah,
You were still 17 years old. You're in senior year, wrapping up high school. Like you said, you're young, and the other high school fan draftee.
yeah,
You don't want to get injured your first year
oh yeah,
of being a pro ball player. So now I understand why you didn't have any innings under your name last
yeah,
year, but some of the college players did, because obviously they have a little bit more experience with
yeah. They're
playing.
used to the load. High school pitchers. I think last year I got like I don't know maybe 40, 45 innings, which is the most I've thrown in my high school career.
Yeah,
Um, So college players are definitely used to the load of so many innings every year. So I understand why they shut me and him down, but just really looking forward to get some innings this year.
definitely. Well, I will look forward to hopefully finding some highlight videos of you striking out some people and
Oh yeah,
getting some good games in. Personally, do you see yourself as a starting pitcher or a relief pitcher?
I've always loved being a starter. You're kind of you get to go at your own pace with your warm up routine. I have a pretty specific warm up routine. I
Okay.
do a lot of it's more my warm up is obviously physical to get myself warm, but before it's more of a mental routine. I like to just be calm, listen to some music to tie me up,
Right.
close my eyes, think about throwing each pitch, where I want that pitch to go, how I want the batter to swing and miss or ground out or whatever it is, just get outs with my ball or just really just command my ball. And so it's a really mental warm up, but like I said, you have as a starter, you have so much time to just have yourself mentally, physically, you're able to get yourself as warm as you need to be, and then you time yourself, like playing catch before the game, getting back on the mound, taking your time with each pitch, talking to your coach, seeing if are you doing something wrong, and that you can tweak right before you go in the game. So it's just starting pitching for me has just always been my thing. But I'll definitely probably have a couple. I probably will be a reliever to start, but I would like to obviously be a starter. Just being a reliever is probably just to get me some innings real quick, and then
Mm,
as I go along, maybe turn me back into a starter.
got it. Yeah, I mean that makes sense to start off as a reliever, just to get in. You know, and like you said, you get some innings in. That's your main goal is to get
That's my
those,
main goal. Yeah.
get the innings in. Um, well, to wrap up this interview, I do have a few Reddit mailbag questions. A couple from the Texas Rangers subreddit and one from the MLB subreddit. So, Lakester Dive, as a user, asked, "What made you fall in love with baseball?" This is a great question.
Uh, that's a good question. I started baseball. I was about I want to say 5. And when I started, I wasn't in love with it. I was more in love with football. I wanted to play
Okay,
football. I wanted to be a quarterback. And so when I got put on like T-ball or whatever my parents put me on, I hated it. I didn't even want to be out there. I was like crying. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. But, just really playing every day, just seeing myself progress. I guess I would say what I love about it most is seeing myself get better. after like last year compared to this year. I've seen so much progress in where my body is and where my mechanics are that I love seeing the progress of myself. So I guess my love for the game is just seeing myself succeed and have progress.
And that's a great way to fall in love with something, is see yourself just get better at it.
Yeah.
Um, Next is Scottalorian. Who did you watch or emulate while growing up, if you did?
Um I watched Nolan Ryan a lot. I mean, I didn't watch him, he wasn't playing, but there was video. I actually have a signed Nolan Ryan jersey in my room and a signed baseball by him, but he was my guy that I was like looking up stats and everything. So he was the dude that I was kind of wanting to be. There wasn't really anyone specific that I watched growing up. I kind of just watched baseball, just as is.
Okay.
But Nolan Ryan was probably my, main dude that I just looked forward to being. As a kid, I wanted to be Nolan Ryan. So I wanted to throw 100 plus miles per hour, just have dirty stuff, and just be one of the greatest to ever pitch. And so, um, I wish I could, be able to watch him, but that's probably who I would wanted to be when I was younger.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that he had a really nasty curveball. You have to look it up
Oh yeah,
if you haven't seen it. I'm sure you've already seen it, but
yeah,
he has a nasty, or had a nasty curveball when he was in the
yeah.
majors. Um, but everyone knows him for that 100+ mile an hour fastball.
Oh yeah,
Um,
big heater.
so the last one was Varg 78. What was the most unexpected part of the draft process? Something that made you go, I didn't think that would be part of it. Like, just caught you off guard.
Mm, it was probably that's a good question too. Well, I got drafted. I got sent out to Arizona. I think maybe like I want to say maybe like a week or two later, and just really I guess I wasn't expecting just to get right into it,
Okay.
which I did. I did know you kind of get right into it, but I just wasn't expecting just to. Okay, I got drafted. Now you're here. So it was kind of just taking everything out of my room, packing things up, just moving off to Arizona for a few months. I guess it was more of just really seeing everyone there, seeing all the equipment they have. Um, just really being able to be a part of the process they have. So I guess the thing I didn't expect is just to get into it so fast. But I loved it, still love it, and will love it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I might be in Arizona in a couple of months, and if you're out there practicing, maybe I'll see you in the minor league game. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll check. But Camden, thank you very much for the interview. And if anybody here listening, watching, doesn't know, Ken Perry is a fantastic guy, and you can follow him on X. Do you have anything else that you want to shout out? Any socials or?
Socials, just I think Twitter or X is at Kamdyn Perry 30, and I think my Facebook is the same. Or it might be an exclamation mark at the end. Instagram is Kamdyn_Perry 30. And yeah, so it's just really my name and 30 at the end. You should find it.
All right, fantastic. And I've seen your Facebook posts. You're a really nice guy. You post a lot of stuff that it seems to be helpful to others that will be following
Of
kind of
course.
your footsteps. You're like, this is how the draft works. This is how you should work out, and this is how you should look at
Of
other
course.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
fantastic kid, 18 years old. I look forward to watching your career and you grow as a professional baseball player. Again, thank you for joining us here on Between the Chalk Lines.
Thank you.
Special,
I appreciate it.
yeah, special interview with Kamdyn Perry, 2023 draft pick by the Texas Rangers. I'll see you some other time soon, hopefully. And
Yeah.
All right, and have a good time and be healthy in spring training.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.